In this video, I'm going to react to Court Cam, the 5 most disrespectful defendants ever. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. This is the place where I react to music, media, sports, anime, anything related to popular culture. I'll watch it with an open mind and give you my 100% honest reaction to it. And if you could please hit that like button early, I'd really appreciate it. Now, this is going to be really interesting. This channel A&E is one that I've recently come across, and their videos seem really interesting. They capture obviously real life things like whether it's people in court or police going out and doing busts. Really fascinating stuff. I'm not really aware if there's a UK version of it, but I really hope there is, just because, you know, it's rare that the public get to actually see, you know, the goings on in a courtroom or, you know, of police when they're, you know, right in the middle of doing their jobs. And just, you can really take a lot from it. And this video in particular, you know, people being disrespectful in court, whether it's to the victims or to the judges. I mean, why would you do that? I mean, if you're about to get sentenced, you know, your future is dependent on the decisions that the judge makes. You know, why would you be disrespectful? It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. And yeah, for you to be in the 5 most disrespectful defendants, I think I'm about to see some crazy stuff. So let's go. This is going to be me reacting to Court Cam, the 5 most disrespectful defendants ever. Let's do it.
This is the arraignment of 20-year-old Spencer Allen Boston. At a traffic stop 2 months earlier, Boston received citations for speeding and simple possession of marijuana.
Yes, sir. I think it's very unfair, the marijuana law here. I think we the people deserve better because marijuana is a very harmless drug, and it's been around for ages, since the 80s and 90s.
I've heard that baloney all my life, so don't go any further on that.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether it's good or bad. All I know is Tennessee still has it against the law. I swore to uphold the laws, and I have to uphold the laws as a judge. It probably is unfair, but I can't change it. You've got to go see the legislature to get that.
That's fair enough.
You want to fix trial day?
Yeah, we can do that.
That'd be fun. Then you make another speech.
As the judge works with court employees to schedule a trial date,
May 7th.
Boston
So everything is going well so far. They kind of had a, you know, civil exchange, you know, of words. So something's about to go horribly wrong.
decides to take action
What's he doing?
as he pulls out what appears to be
No,
a joint.
you didn't.
No one seems to notice until, shockingly,
He lights
lights
it.
up. And this time it's noticed immediately.
Wow.
Boston may have
Wow.
finally pleaded his case.
Hey! We the people deserve better.
But he's
Wow.
immediately taken away by the court officer.
No
And
way.
Judge Barry gets the final word,
Take you to jail.
Austin.
slapping Boston with a disorderly conduct charge, as well as another charge of possession.
I mean, Spencer.
The judge also holds him in contempt of court, and Boston is forced to spend 10 days in jail.
I mean, Boston, I take your point, but was it worth it? You know, 10 days of your life in jail, was it worth that little stunt? You know, even though, you know, he has a point in the fact that, you know, marijuana, you know, let me not even get into that. But like, dude, was it worth doing that?
This is 17-year-old Donta Wright. Wright's in court today to receive his sentence for the shooting death of high school student Jordan Clee. He's pled guilty to armed robbery, conspiracy to commit armed robbery, a felony firearm violation, and second-degree murder.
Wow.
As part of the sentencing, a family member makes a victim impact statement on behalf of the victim's mother,
Oh my
who's
God.
too overcome with emotion to speak.
I sincerely hope that whatever it was you wanted so badly that you felt the need to murder my son was worth the next at least 52 years of your continued existence. You won't get the luxury of raising your child because you took mine away.
Oh my
Wright's
God.
demeanor
So
during
because
this
for the first
statement
time-
Look at that.
My wish
is
for hope
not
any
what
of
you
that
might
upon you.
expect.
Your actions have led you to a prison cell.
Is he laughing? Is she standing there crying? Oh,
But have also created an empty cell that I live in every day. While you can still hope to be released one day, I'll never escape my help. You are still alive, but Jordan has no future. Thank you, Your Honor. We're done.
I just want to tell y'all, I'll be home soon. R.I.P. Keon. I love my family.
what?
That's all you got to say. You know, I have never in 23 years approximately ever not accepted a sentence agreement between the parties because it's a bargained for sentence by the parties. But watching you sit there, smile and laugh and shake your head like this was no big deal, I'm very tempted to just say, I'm not going to accept this sentence agreement. We'll go to trial. And if you're convicted of felony murder, you'll go to prison for the rest of your life. That means you'll die there. That's what I'm tempted to do.
He's not smiling now, is he? Look at him. He's not smiling now. He's worried. He's concerned. I mean, what kind of... Do you not have any brain cells in your head? How does it look? Like, is it the good thing to do? The victim's mum is crying. She can't even speak to you. She can't even speak because she's so overcome with emotion of losing her child. And you are laughing. I mean, oh, wow. If I knew him, God forbid, I don't even want to... Nah.
Judge does have the authority to reject the plea deal.
Mr. Bella, do you want me to accept this sentence agreement?
Your Honor, before I answer the court's question, I would like an opportunity to discuss it with the victim's family. I have had a very lengthy discussion with the victim's mother as well as his grandparents and some family members. They understand that obviously this is the defendant who brutally murdered their son by shooting him in the...
Look at him. You don't see any hint of a smile on his face now, do you? You're not smiling now, are you?
Back of the head. He's shown absolutely no remorse.
No remorse
However,
at
the
all.
Clee family does want to move on with this, and they are asking, as well as the people, that you proceed with the sentence.
Okay.
The judge accepts the sentencing agreement, which puts him behind bars for 25 to 52 years.
Communications, Warhurst.
Yeah, I want to report a crime that's about to happen.
What do you mean a crime that's about to happen?
Yeah, there's about to be a crime that's going to happen if my kids don't come back to me, you stupid bitch.
What?
Because your stupid judges don't want to bring people to courtrooms. I got a gun pointed at your building.
What?
Sir, what is going on?
Who the you calling, sir, you stupid bitch? Where's your judge warrant at? You gonna bring that
Whoa.
bitch out in handcuffs and I'm gonna execute that son of a bitch right in the street. I'm letting you know I'm gonna shoot this bitch. You gonna give me my kids.
Where are you at, sir?
I just told you I'm outside of her building waiting for her to get there.
Oh
I'm
my
Having that
God.
bitch. You stupid.
What?
Detectives identify the anonymous caller and track him down. Alan McCarty is arrested and charged with making death threats against a judge, whom he mistakenly believes took his children away in a child custody case. Now, a year later, in front of a different judge, his trial begins.
All right, raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in.
Wow.
Not under oath. That's your bad finger. I didn't appreciate that.
This is being done unconstitutionally. Y'all took my kids unrightfully. You want to allow my witnesses here?
We haven't started the trial yet.
It doesn't matter. You still deny it. You want to...
I mean, like, I can understand, you know, if you want to see your children, but does engaging in a shouting match with a judge, do you really think the judge is going to go, yeah, you know what, you're right, let me give you back access to your children? Do you think that's going to happen? I mean, where is the logic? Where is the reasoning? Like...
Take my kids from me and act like that? You and that bitch. You and the bitch that took my kids.
You want to be in the room or not?
Do you want to suck my...
Mate, control yourself,
I
you
prefer
idiot.
not to, sir.
Well, you got a mouth for it. Can I get some water, please? I got a lot more cussing to do, and I need to drug wet my mouth.
Do you want to be here when the jury's here?
What the do you think?
I don't know. I need you to answer.
McCarty's eventually found guilty. He returns the following month for sentencing.
You're before the court, Mr. McCarty, to show cause why I should not hold you in contempt for behavior that you demonstrated during the jury trial. You threatened the unborn child of the prosecutor.
What?
Lies, you stupid piece.
Then also
You threatened my life.
in the
You
What?
back room.
suck. No, I'm not saying that.
This guy can't be. He's got to have a screw loose. You know, I don't. He can't be all there. Surely. I mean, definitely.
I'm not resisting. I'm
Definitely
just not
something
standing
going
up.
on.
I'm not standing. I don't have to stand.
McCarty's removed again. This time he's placed in a back room with a one-way mirror.
Count one, I'm going to adjudicate him guilty, sentence him to 15 years in Florida State Prison. As to count two, I'm going to adjudicate him guilty, sentence him to 5 years to run consecutive to count one.
McCarty's currently serving his sentence in a Florida State prison.
Man.
Next up is Michael Ray, who's facing 4 charges, including criminal trespassing and second-degree assault. A bond or a bail hearing is usually a quick proceeding if the defendant is cooperative. The prosecutor suggests a bail amount for Ray based on the crime and the defendant's history.
Your Honor, the county's requesting $25,000 full cash behind all charges.
You think that's funny?
I think that's hilarious.
What did he
We
do?
weren't done.
Ray might feel $25,000 is too high, but sarcasm won't get him a reduction, and the judge lets him know it.
All right, so bond is
Ooh,
$50,000.
she doubled
No bail
it.
credit,
I didn't
danger
get
to
a chance.
community. Thinks these are funny charges. He's lucky I didn't hold him in contempt.
Ray just had his bond doubled. But as he re-enters the hallway, he has something else to say.
What's he gonna do?
Bring him in.
Uh-uh,
Hold
back
him in
here.
contempt.
Oh, he just threatened her.
Adding charges.
Ray's language isn't the only thing to upset the judge.
I mean, you need to be able to control yourself and your emotions. Like, I can understand that you're feeling hard done by. I get it. But just think logically. Is what I'm about to do going to help me in the long run? Like, does insulting the judge on my case, does that realistically help me? Oh, gosh.
According to court officials, the defendant also gave her the middle finger.
30 days to serve on contempt for flipping me off twice.
Look at that now. Look at that. So now you've doubled your bond, the money you got to put down, and you've got 30 days in prison. For I need to calm myself down here.
Calls him back. But it looks like he's gone.
If we bring him back in, he's just gonna get another 30 days for doing something else.
Wow.
Sure enough, Ray comes back for more.
Oh, here he comes. Sir, I'm holding you in contempt for what you did.
What you're holding me in?
And so,
You shut man.
all right, you can take him back. 100 days to serve.
100 days to serve? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because of 2 EPOs.
Now you got 3 months.
That's right, the judge just gave him 100 days in jail.
He's done.
Ray could just walk away without making matters even worse, but
No
he
way.
goes a different route.
No way.
I think we need to.
Yeah.
Can we bring him back?
He's
Wow.
gonna be charged. Yes.
Wow.
What started out as 4 serious charges has grown into a grand total of 10, all in the span of approximately 3 minutes.
Dude, I mean, what an idiot.
We're in the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice in Detroit, Michigan, for the sentencing of 25-year-old Amanda Cassal.
There's a lot of things that you can do, and your life doesn't have to be over because of a poor choice. You just have to accept responsibility for it and find a way to make something positive out of a very negative situation.
Cassal has been found guilty of driving under the influence, causing a head-on collision
Oh, no.
that killed 31-year-old Jerome Zerker
Oh,
and severely
man.
injured his fiancée, 31-year-old Brittany Johnson. The couple have 5 children together.
Oh.
Prior to sentencing, the court will hear a powerful impact statement from the victim's children, read by his sister, Doreen Zerker.
Amanda
look what you did to my life. You ruined everything I had, like my dad's life.
Amanda seems devastated by Doreen's words. But Judge Kiana Lillard apparently hears some snickering from Cassal's family sitting in the gallery.
What?
You can go too. Whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile when somebody has lost...
So some of the guilty party's family were laughing? Oh, wow. My blood is beginning to boil.
A family member. This is a court of law. You cannot come down to the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice and act any way you want to act.
Absolutely.
That's the defendant's mother, Donna Cassal.
Because if you don't know how to act, you can go to jail. Ma'am, you are being taken into custody for criminal contempt. Your disruptive and disrespectful behavior disrupted today's proceedings, and you, ma'am, are going to the Wayne County Jail for 93 days for direct criminal contempt. It'll be the sentence of this court that you will serve 3 to 15 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. If there's nothing further, that concludes this matter.
Cassal only serves 3 years and is then paroled in February 2020. As for Amanda's mother, Donna, she spends the night in jail and appears before Judge Lillard the next morning. Donna seems to have learned a serious lesson from just one night behind bars.
Ms. Coulson, is there something you'd like to say?
Yes, I deeply apologize for what I did. I was under a lot of stress. And I deeply apologize for what I did in your court. I just needed to get out. And it's been very hard for me this year, and I know for the other family, and I'm so sorry for what I did, and I know it was wrong, and I apologize.
I know people want...
I mean, maybe it was like a, you know, an involuntary laugh, I guess, but I don't know.
A lot of shows on TV where you see different things happening in make-believe courtrooms that give people a skewed sense of reality, but this is real life here, and we just can't have people behaving like that. It can't be tolerated. So I will modify your sentence for direct criminal contempt from 93 days to 1 day with credit for time served, and you should be released today.
God bless you, thank you, and I apologize very solely and for the other family.
Donna serves 1 day.
Thank you.
And is released.
You're welcome.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam.
That was crazy. I mean, I was getting really angry there for a moment. I mean, just seeing people be so disrespectful and rude and just, you know, without thought. I mean, you know, you've committed a crime. You've killed someone and their family's sitting right there and you're laughing at them. You know, you're laughing as they're reading the victim impact statement. How can you do that? I mean, like, what kind of monster can do that? You know, just really goes to show there's some real people out there that you just don't want to meet. You don't ever want to cross paths with, because almost like psychos, really, you know, without any kind of conscience. Scary stuff. But yeah, this was really interesting. I'm definitely going to have to put more A&E videos on my list, because yeah, this was very interesting to say the least. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and keep throwing the recommendations my way. I know I say it all the time, but they genuinely help me out, because if I know you enjoyed watching something, I'll definitely enjoy reacting to it. So like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, keep throwing the recommendations, and I'll catch you in the next one.